This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Growth Capital Expo at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas 2016. I have with me Mike Brown, FISION Corporation. It's a private company. Mike, welcome to SNNLive.
Good morning, Shelley. Thanks for having me on this morning. I look forward to this.
It's good to have you. Let's get into it. Let's get started with an overview of the company.
Sure. FISION is a cloud-based software platform, and what we basically do is organize, control, and distribute all of the digital content of our enterprise clients, and that enables them to localize all of their brand messaging, but in a brand-controlled, compliant way. So we manage content, and we deliver it to the frontline employees.
So if you want to take investors into the cloud, how do you do it from the standpoint of introducing every facet of what you can deliver to the enterprise solution?
If you know much about marketing automation, there's actually three different areas. There's CRM, which everybody knows and recognizes. Salesforce is a big player in the CRM space. And then there's campaign management. And campaign management is probably dominated by Eloqua, Marketo, HubSpot. We actually work in the area around asset management. So all of a company's digital content, their marketing messaging, all of their PowerPoints, their videos, their TV commercials, all of that is managed in the cloud by FISION, and we actually are very collaborative with a CRM and a campaign management type of tools.
So in other words, the cloud has somewhat taken over storage.
Yes. Most enterprises don't want to have to deal with hardware and all of the upkeep of hardware and the dynamic changes that are going on within the industry. So they rent the space, basically. They're renting it from some of the larger providers like Amazon and Microsoft, but you've also got smaller cloud providers. And then there are companies like us that have what's called a SaaS product, software as a service. Enterprise clients rent that.
So what differentiates you in a competitive market?
It's extremely competitive, and in most markets at the growth stage that ours is, it's very fragmented. But our specialty is being able to focus on the end user, those distributed employees, whether they be salespeople or frontline employees that are looking for branded material, messaging that they can engage their customers and prospects with. We developed as a user-friendly system that actually makes it simpler to use. Therefore, our adoption is higher, and it makes it simpler for the companies to administer our particular tool. And it's different. Our competitors are actually built the opposite way around. I think we've got an advantage in that. And we're also what's called multi-tenant. We can have multiple divisions, multiple companies, all configured differently in a unique environment called FISION. So I think we've got something very special.
What's your uniqueness in going after customer acquisition?
Very simple. The last probably decade and a half, companies have been focused on getting their CRM installed, getting their campaign management system installed, and now these companies are looking for what's next. And the what's next is where we actually dominate a space called marketing asset management. So the CRM and the marketing campaign management tools create the qualified leads for their sales teams. FISION comes in and we enable those distributed teams to have the right tool with the right messaging at the right time so they can have a more relevant conversation with that prospect. Makes all the difference in the world.
What's your background?
Interestingly enough, I was one of the original founding executives with a brand called Lifetime Fitness, home based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. They've actually got a couple beautiful facilities here in Las Vegas I hope to get out to visit. But I retired from that, took my chips out of that casino basically, and started a new casino in FISION. So we're selling marketing memberships into the cloud instead of fitness memberships at a club.
Well, I like the way you geared your answer towards being in Las Vegas, but now let's get more information for our investor audience, if you would. Probably your website would be good.
Sure. You can check us out on FISIONonline.com. That's FISION online.com. And really appreciate you having us on this morning, Shelley. It's been a great opportunity.
It's been my pleasure to learn about the company. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Brown, FISION Corporation. It's a private company. I'm Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live from the Growth Capital Expo, Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, 2016. Mike, see you soon.
Have a great weekend, Shelley. I hope you have a great event.
Thanks a lot, man.